Steinbach goal, and alongside is Harry Neal. We're high above the ice surface in Vancouver. The GM Place, most beautiful Vancouver, BC, for the first game of the North American pool for the World Cup. And what a great way to start it. As Ron mentioned, Canada
and gentlemen,
and
he
Russia.
arrived in Cape Spear, Newfoundland 10 years ago this week on the last stretch of his 40,000-kilometer World Wheelchair Marathon. Tonight, celebrating the 10th anniversary of his round-the-world tour, please welcome Canada's man in motion, Rick Hansen.
The crowd is saluting Rick Hansen.
One of the great athletes in Canada from here in Vancouver, and he has earned great respect among the citizens of BC and of Canada. And he's going to drop the puck here to start the tournament and to start this great game involving all these great players.
Vyacheslav Fetisov is the captain for Russia, and Wayne Gretzky, Canada's captain. Coach, general manager Glenn Sather walked into the dressing room a little while ago, Team Canada dressing room, and he said, "Gentlemen, good morning. Wayne Gretzky is our captain. Anybody have a problem with that?" The goaltenders starting this game one in the North American pool. 23-year-old Nikolai Habibulin just signed a new contract with Phoenix. Big raise, so he's in the right frame of mind. Some say possibly one of the best goalies in the tournament. Let me tell you, Curtis Joseph is starting for Canada, and this guy is not too shabby either. Glenn Sather's most difficult decision, who should start, he said, of the three, Cujo has been the sharpest.
One other reason he may, as Don Cherry alluded to in his bit in the opening, that Joseph played quite a bit better than Martin Brodeur last year in the World Tournament. And I am sure that had some effect on the coaching staff led by Glenn Sather to choose him to start tonight.
The referee in the hockey game tonight, Terry Gregson, Wayne Bonney, Brad Lazarowicz will work the lines.
Boris Mikhailov is the Russian coach. Can't you remember the great hockey he played in some of those international series in the 70s? He took over from Igor Dmitriev, who was going to coach this team, but had a brain tumor in early August. And of course, Canada is led by Glenn Sather, who, Bob, I think is really enjoying this short stint back as the coach.
There's Fedorov. He is starting with wingers Mogilny and Nemchinov for Russia. The defense pairing will be Sergei Zubov, Vladimir Malakov. In front of Curtis Joseph, Desjardins, and Stevens. Lindros gets the start at center ice with Primo and Shanahan on the wings. This is a big Canadian team, and Glenn Sather told me today will come at them hard and hit them often. Well, we'll see. This one is underway. Lindros is on the puck. Canada on the attack immediately. Into the corner, sweeping it back to the line. Stevens shot. Shanahan again. Back to Stevens a second time. The shot doesn't get to the net. Canada trying to keep it in. Malakov will take it for Russia and get it up near the line. The first hit by Primo. It was a hard one inside the line. Mogilny's pass. Down to Fedorov. He lifts a high one in over the net. It was Fedorov who got dumped heavily inside his own line. They're hitting again back there. Fedorov can't get the puck loose. Gilney had a chance to pick it up and did not. We're just underway, nearing the 1 minute mark. Down the ice it goes. And icing is called.
Well, let's have a look at the lineup here for Team Canada. And here are the 6 defensemen that Glenn Sather and his coaching staff decided to go with in the opener of this tournament. And on the forward line, with 3 games in 4 nights, you can expect Sather will probably go to 4 lines, a little more than Mikhailov will for the Russian team. But is there a weak threesome there? I don't see it.
Shamnov, Larionov, Kozlov, the line on there for Russia now. Canada has Graves on, Messier and Lemieux on the right side. Coffey, the defenseman, pinching in deep. Coffey trying to knock the puck off the boards, does, but Kasparaitis takes it for Russia. Very carefully to Gonchar. Up to the line. It's knocked down by Zhamnov. He left it for Kasparaitis. Back to Zhamnov. They get into the slot area. Kozlov gets a pass. And the shot off the shoulder of Joseph. Messier gets it out of the zone. Puck loose near the line, and Russia on it again, but a giveaway to Claude Lemieux. And he shoots it in deep. Gonchar comes back. Canada is changing on the fly. No score. 1:50 gone in the first period. Not many great chances yet in on the net. So a little feeling out time. This is Fetisov, the veteran, back in his own zone. The captain of Russia coming to center, winding up. The shot is nowhere near the net. Kovalev tried to center it. And again, back to the line. It's gave it shot. Stop. Rebound. Score. Kovalev gets the rebound with the shot from the blue line stopped by Joseph. And Kovalev gives Russia a 1-0 lead.
Well, some poor point coverage in the defensive zones set up for Team Canada allowed the shot from the point. And you're going to see it right here. Yushkevich is going to make this shot. Look where he's standing. Nobody coming out to him. And Joseph makes the stop, but he can't stop the rebound that Kovalev, who's coming in on the left side, put it up high. Here's the shot. No Canada forward in sight. And Kovalev is all by himself and makes it 1-0.
2:18 the time of the first goal in this first game. Russia with the lead. Canada trying to fight back quickly, but it's cleared away by Zubov up to center ice. Mikulishin was dumped. Puck is cleared in. Russia on it again quickly in their own zone, and they get it out to center ice. They're up 1-0. And Canada picking it up and clearing it up on the boards, and out was Stevens. First penalty coming. Going to be against Russia. And maybe we'll get a double penalty here. In fact, we do. 2 of them go. 1-0. Russia takes the lead.
It's true that the curves of Dodge's most advanced cab-forward sedan have caught the eye of driving enthusiasts around the world. But with the addition of independent double wishbone suspension, speed proportional steering, and an available 24-valve 168 horsepower engine, Dodge Stratus drivers have other curves in mind. Dodge Stratus, the latest expression of cab-forward thinking.
Comics! I went to a yuppie garage sale. They weren't selling anything. They were just showing everybody all the stuff they had.
I don't like reading the Toronto Star. I don't like reading any weekend big city newspaper. Because they always have the extra sections. It's always stuff I don't have. Cutesy titles. Home. Wheels. Life.
Comics, Friday nights on CBC television.
Each team gets a penalty on this exchange. Joe Sakic got the first one for Canada on a hook right there, as you can see. And then about 5 seconds later, Malakoff got a hooking penalty as he called down Theron Fleury.
Kovalev has given Russia a 1-0 lead. Yushkevich and Fetisov got the assist. 2:18 the time of that first goal. So 1-0 Russia. And a lot of room out there now. Ogilny was open, couldn't get the pass thanks to the defensive play by Stevens. Kasparaitis back in his own zone, bumped by Big Lindros. And Russia on the move. This is Fedorov, lost the helmet but keeps going. Kasparaitis' shot. Big rebound to Fedorov. Gonchar waits at the line. Laid in on the wing and all the way to the right side, and McGillney trying to throw it in front. He gets another chance. McGillney turning away from his check in the corner. Centered it. Fedorov covered. Stevens takes it. Long rink-wide pass. Lindros near center. Takes a light bump from Gonchar. And back in his own zone, Larionov turning with it. Coming out. Jitnik through center. Gets to the line and turns back. He is forced back by Graves. Yuskevich up with a weak shot. Joseph the save. Larionov on it. Russia controlling. The high, hard one by Kozlov. Off the glass. Thrown back to the net. And Foot is coming out to start Coffey. Graves with a pass at center. Dumps it in wide of the net. Russia leading 1-0 early in the game, nearing the 5-minute mark. In back of the net, Yuskevich picks it up for Russia. He was hit immediately. Coffey screen shot. Didn't get to the net. Blocked in front of the goal. Russia back out through center. Kozlov. And he primed the shot as he hit the line and missed the net. Messier. Good pace starting this game. This pass doesn't get through. Cleared away by Zubov. Russia back to pick it up, and they'll try it again. On their own side of center, they dump it away. And once again, they back up. Kovalev, who got the goal for Russia. Fetisov, right wing pass. Kovalev stopped in his tracks, rolled it ahead, though. Yashin couldn't get a shot. Kovalev doing great work in the first period for Russia. Made a play back to the line. Fetisov back of the net. Kovalev is open in front. Now he's come in and helped. Russia pressing Canada in the early going of this first game. Finally, Gretzky gets it ahead. Long shot in by Niedermayer. Wide of the net. Fetisov the first one back. It's held. And a call. Icing.
Well, the Russian lineup includes 22 NHL regulars, and they are representing the 46 NHL players that are from Russia. They have dressed 7 defensemen tonight and 11 forwards. As you can see, here are the 7, and they will slot somebody in there to play with Nikoleshin and Seamak. Lindros has always led Canada in hits in these exhibition series, and I really think he does a lot of it. And if Canada thinks they're going to scare Russia away with a lot of body checks, they're not. But if Canada will keep taking them out and not allow the Russians to use the pass and go, which they love, it will be of some benefit. But I think Canada in the early part of this game have tried to get too many hits and have sacrificed some skating so far. And we should have learned a long time ago as Canadians, you're not going to scare the Russians.
Sakic, Brind'Amour, and Fleury, the line for Canada. Down 1-0. Long shot from the blue line, kicked away by Habibulin. Canada dumping it back in. Shandov rolled it all the way through everybody down the ice, right on the net. Joseph steers it aside, and this is Scott Niedermayer. Nearing the 7-minute mark, period 1. Niedermayer forechecked. He has to go back. Nearly coughed it up. Eventually, they lose it. Little weak backhander by Seamak. Missed the net. Fleury left it for Niedermayer. He likes to rush, and he's up with Sakic. Sakic coming in, and Niedermayer couldn't get the pass. And a penalty coming up to Russia. Joseph leaves the net. Cleared in on the far side, and Brind'Amour couldn't center it. Sakic trying to get it back, and finally they stop it. And there's a penalty called against Russia, who are leading 1-0.
Make it summertime every day of the year. Have a rib barbecue until summer is here. Thinking summertime, you've got Subway on your mind. For a bowl of taste, as bullseye do your meal on your rib barbecue. It's such a great deal.
Extend your summer, one foot at a time. At Subway.
Make it summertime. You got Rebecca and Subway on your mind.
Nicolishin will get a penalty right here for chirping Theron Fleury. Canada goes on the power play. In the exhibition games where Canada went 2-1-1, they had a 42% success rate on the power.
Here's Sakic trying a shot. It gets in front. Heavy Bullen down and knocked one away, and Sakic stopped it at the blue line again. Flipped it ahead. Damphus. Sakic, a powerhouse out there for Canada now. But the Russians cover up in front. Kept in by Sakic, a big play. Sakic takes him up. Got it to Lindros. Lindros can't get a shot, and it's swept down the ice by Sergei Fedorov. Damphus is 25. Here's Sakic. He's number 20. Coffey 77. There's Gretzky 99. And ahead of him was 88. Eric Lindros. But he couldn't pick up the pass. So Sakic is trying it again. Fired it by Damphus and in deep. Heavy Bullen stepping out of the net trying to clear it, but Lindros was waiting for it. Gretzky will set it up in front of the net. It's batted away and down the ice again. A minute 5 left in the penalty. 1-0. Russia. The goal by Kovalev. Back to 2:18. Canada on a power play. Can't control this one. And it's shot away. Joseph out of the net. Waiting for the regrouping of Team Canada. Pass hits Messier on the fly, coming in. Angle shot. Heavy Bullen sharp. Desjardins kept it in. Kasparaitis came flying in there. Hit his man. He went down. And Messier got the elbow up on him, and he is going.
And the Russian player hasn't got up yet. Messier's trying to plead with referee Gregson. He was just protecting himself as the rugged Kasparaitis took a run at Messier. Here it is right here, and you can see that Messier gave Kasparaitis a little bit of the leather right in the face, and so Mark Messier will get a penalty for elbowing, and one that was pretty easy to call.
Harry, we should mention the other night in Calgary, we saw these two teams in probably one of the finest exhibition games I have witnessed, and we saw the animosity in that game. This might be a little carryover. Kasparaitis was something else. So was Messier.
Well, we all know Mark Messier's got a mean streak, and it is something we have seen throughout his great career, and here's an example of it right here. His theory is, if you're going to hit me, you're going to swallow my elbow or my stick on the way in.
So now Russia leading 1-0. We're playing at even strength with Canada. 15 seconds from now, they'll go on the power play. Larionov knew that, and he played it back. They kill a little bit of time, waiting for the man from the penalty box. Nemchinov is ready to come out now. Nicolishin, rather, down on the wing. Canada. Lindros can't find the pass. Russia on a power play now. Nicolishin has left the penalty box. They're up 1-0 on Team Canada. Nearing the halfway mark of this first period. Good work in on the boards. Canada killing lots of time in there. Lindros and Kasparaitis are going to go at it. Can you believe it? This Kasparaitis is a tough nut for Russia. And I don't have to tell you about number 88 for Canada. Boy, were they rocking each other in on the boards. And Lindros was ragging the puck with his skates, and Kasparaitis didn't like it and came back at the big guy. And here's what happened.
Kasparaitis will get up, and he'll be coming right back. He has no fear. And Eric Lindros, who was being handled in the defensive zone coverage in a kind of a nasty fashion by Kasparaitis, finally got frustrated. It went on for about 20 seconds. 11 Kasparaitis against Lindros 88. And Lindros is a tough guy to pin, as you can see, but Kasparaitis will not let him go. And he will not back away. And he lost the fight. But every one of his teammates have gone to him, I'm sure, and told him that's exactly what we have to do. Stand up to the physical play of Canada.
Kasparaitis is 5'11", 195 pounds. Big Lindros, and I mean big, 6'4", 230. So you got to give full marks to Kasparaitis for trying, playing hard. And believe me, folks, these games will show the best of the best players in the world, and that's what we've got in this World Cup.
Well, if Canada's going to win, here are some of the things I think they have to pay attention to. Be physical, but be sensible. Be careful of the neutral zone. No lazy passes. Don't let Russia outwork you. I mentioned you can't intimidate them. Don't waste your time trying. And when you're killing a penalty, and they've got the likes of McGillney or Fedorov, they are trying to go at Zamnov for the shorthanded goal.
Messier has 1 minute 8 seconds left in his penalty. So Russia has the extra man on there now. They're up 1-0. Here's the attention front. Score! Dom Boots for Canada.
Here it is right here, some nice forechecking by Trevor Linden as he fights off Zubov, gets it right out to Donfus, who with a quick wrist shot, Abby Boulin got part of it, but not enough of it. He comes out to cut the angle down, but still can't handle the shot. A good bit of forechecking by Linden, and a nice pass to Donfus, who put it in.
9:23 the time of the tying goal. That's short-handed Canada. Big work by this man, Linden, to dig it out, and Dom Foose made no mistake. 1-1.
Little change here. You see the linesman is dropping the puck at center ice. In this year in the National League, the referee does it one time to start the game. All the other center ice face-offs after a goal and starting the period are handled by the linesman.
Fetisov made a play. Kovalev is checked. The puck is sent back down the ice. 40 seconds left in the Canada penalty. That'll be Messier. He'll be out of the box in now 35 seconds. A 1-1 tie. Halfway mark coming up in the first period. Kovalenko coming in there on the wing. Gets down to the corner. Taken out of the play. Kovalev had a chance and then lost that chance. And Canada clears it. 15 seconds left in the penalty to Messier. Canada has tied it. Donfus from Linden at 9:23. Short-handed goal. This is Coffey. Fired it hard on the boards. That'll get ahead and cleared out of the zone by Brindamore. Kovalenko. They swing around in the big circles through center. Fedorov runs into the wall at the blue line. Battles by everybody. 2 chucks. Keeps going. Centered it. Kovalev was open. Couldn't get a shot though. Here come 3 Canadians. Led by Sakic. Sakic and Brindamore. Fleury had it hop over his stick. Sakic again. Quick shot by Sakic. Stopped by Abby Boulin. Fleury on it. Got as far as the line and lost control and a roll to center ice. 11 minutes gone in the first period. First game, North American pool, World Cup. Russia and Canada are tied. Russia on the attack. Gonchar trying to lift one at the net. Joseph steered that away. Down goes Gonchar. Hit from behind. The play goes right on. Teams are even out there now and on the board. A goal apiece. Shot in across the line and cleared again. McGillney went after his man. Couldn't catch him. Canada getting the puck. Graves tipped it up to Messier. Messier is stopped. Squeezed out by Malikov. Back for Russia. Through center. Larionov dropping it. Shamnov closing it. Larionov hit the side of the net. In a bit too far. And Joseph had the angle on him. Team Canada coming back out, led by Messier. They're going to change on a goal as they shoot it in. Lemieux leaving it back in the net. Gretzky got out front and missed the backhander. Shandon back out for Russia. Yashin with them. They don't get too far. 7:45 remaining in the first period. Russia scored first. Canada tied it. Short-handed situation. Kovalev for Russia. Down Foos for Canada. Penalty coming up. Russia. And there's the call. A tripping call. Canada on a power play when we come back.
AT&T language line, may I help you?
I need a Chinese interpreter. I got an emergency here, please. Quickly.
Yes, sir. I'll put you right through.
Hello, Jenny speaking.
Yes, hello, Jenny. This is Officer Collins. We have a woman delivering a baby here, and she only speaks Chinese. Now, I need you to get her name.
Right, I'm here with you.
Okay.
Hong. Her first name is Lai Hong.
All right. You tell Lai Hong that she's going to be fine and her baby's all right.
Lai Hong, Lai Mo Si Gen. Lai Ka Bibi Do Mo Si Gen.
You can see the head here now. It's a girl!
It's a girl!
You did good, Jenny.
Thank you.
AT&T language line interpreters help people overcome barriers to communication in up to 140 languages.
Boy, these are the kind of penalties coaches hate. 198 feet from your own net. Kovalev, as you're going to see right here, hooks Scott Stevens and hauls him down. Sergei Fedorov, one-on-one, one of the most dangerous players in the league. He beats Coffey, then he beats Sakic, and then he makes a pass into the danger zone. And you're going to see many more times in this series, especially among the U.S., Russia, and Canada, where the one-on-ones go to the offensive player. That doesn't happen nearly as often in normal NHL play. Of course, all these guys play the game with the puck, and it makes it tough on the defense.
Canada's power play. Gretzky. This is Don Foos, who has scored the Canadian goal. Sakic is to his left. Don Foos wants to keep going with it. Coffey and Shanahan are the other two on there for Canada in this man advantage situation. Shot down the ice, so they're back to pick it up. 7:05 left in the first period. We are tied 1-1. This is Sakic. Don Foos back to Sakic. And he decides to pick his way through for a shot. Hit a skate. He got it again. Trying to roll it back. It was picked up and cleared down the ice by Nicolishin. Canada back. Coffey turns. No hole for him. He tried to go to Sakic. It got him to Gretzky. He was bumped by Seamack. Graves in. Gretzky looks for it. Gets him. Wayne Gretzky sees the man open at the line. Drags a player with him first. Then to Sakic. Shot by Coffey. Just missed on the short side. 50 seconds left on this power play for Canada. They'll make a change. Messier hops over the boards along with Desjardins. Messier, full steam, coming up, gets to the line. Messier passes back. Fleury! Great save by Heavy Bullen. Good setup by Messier. Fleury with a quick shot. Another one now. It's tipped to the side of the net. Messier trying to jam it out front again. Waits to the blue line. Niedermeyer fired one through a screen. Messier's shot hit a leg and bounced away from the net. Big pressure by Canada on the power play. Niedermeyer stopping it on the backhand, however. Now it's Desjardins. Shoot! Scores! 2-1. Canada. Great shot from the blue line. Canada, power play goal. And they're up 2-1.
Well, some excellent offensive puck control on this power play. And Desjardins shows you just get the puck on the net. That's all he wanted to do. And Happy Bullen couldn't find it, and it went in. Here's another look at it. Oh, great big windup. Looks up, gets it past the penalty killing forward, and Happy Bullen is screened by Graves. And Zubov, the score is 2-1 Canada.
Desjardins gets the goal. Messier an assist. assist. 14-24 the time. Russia attacking again now. Canada with a lead for the first time in the game, 2-1. Yuskevich's shot is blocked. Shanahan just missed that lead pass. Big Primo is up there with Shanahan. Primo shot one at the net. Knocked down in front. Pettisov lost it. Shanahan! He's hauled down, trying to get the shot away. Did get it away, but not all of it. And a penalty to Pettisov.
As a rule, engines develop good torque only when you push hard on the accelerator. But even at idle speed, a Dodge Magnum V8 can pull not only this loaded Ram 1500, but this loaded 2500 and a loaded 3500 as well. 15 tons. That's because every Ram truck has to pull much more than its own weight, even at idle speed. Dodge, Canada's truck stop.
Make it summertime every day of the year. Have a rib barbecue until summer is here. Thinking summertime, you got Subway on your mind. For a bowl of taste, as bullseye do your meal on your rib barbecue. It's such a great deal.
Extend your summer, one foot at a time. At Subway.
Make it summertime, you got rib barbecue and Subway on your mind.
Vyacheslav Pettisov, the captain, for hooking.
But he had to hook him after this poor pass up the middle that was picked off by Shanahan. And there you can see Pettisov hook the left arm of Shanahan, the high arm on the stick, and pulled him down.
Lindros, Dumfus to his left. Gretzky parked to the right. Sakic and Coffey. That's the power play for Canada. They're on it. Abby Bullen covering that short side on Dumfus. Canada 2, Russia 1. 4:35 remaining in the first period. And again, Canada on a power play. Here they come. Sakic fired up in this first period. Shoots it in. Here comes Lindros. That's Gretzky. Tapped it out. Sakic couldn't knock it down. Puck popping over his stick. Coffey. Gretzky missed that pass, but Lindros is going to go in there ahead of everybody. Tapped in back of the net by Zubov. That's called.
With great prices and Canadian Tire money, you won't just save, you'll score. Canadian Tire, everyday low prices made better.
Some of the new rules to be used this year in the National Hockey League are being used in this tournament. You've noticed the face-off markings in the end zone. Goals allowed now if it hits your skate. Unless you kick it in, it's going to count. The video goal judge can't come down to the referee, but the referee can go up to him if he wants. Because the player's getting taller, the maximum length of the stick goes to 63 inches from 60.
Canada on the power play for another 110. Unless, of course, they can bag one here and take a 3-1 lead. So 2-1 Canada. They have the puck inside the Russian line. Coffey, slap shot, knocked down, big rebound. Gretzky hopped on it quickly to Coffey again near the line. Fired one in. Here's Gretzky. Can't make the play. It was cleared away by Nicolishin. Niedermeyer will step in over the line. Gretzky heading for the net. Tapped away by Abby Bullen. He saw 99 come in. And now Lindros. Back to Niedermeyer. Shoots. That's blocked neatly by Nicolishin. Dumfus for Gretzky. Quick pass off the boards to Coffey. Into the slot. Lindros is covered. Nicolishin doing a good job helping to kill off this penalty, which has 20 seconds left on it. Pettisov is in the box, and the puck is shot down the ice. 3 minutes remaining in the first period. 2-1 Canada. Niedermeyer. And to poke it back in front of his own net. Messier coming up through the middle. Beautiful pass. Score! Shanahan. 3-1 Canada. What a play.
What a pass by Mark Messier.
is right, Harry. Watch it.
This is exactly the way these two guys worked together on a past Monday night at Edmonton in the game against the Slovakian team. Happy Bulin, no chance. Here's the pass. Messier made sure he got to the blue line. Shanahan made sure he was onside, looked up and just put it on the stick side to make it 3-1. And here's what the Canadian bench thought of that play.
Shanahan with the breakaway pass and the beautiful shot to make it 3-1 Canada. 17-11, the time of that goal. Messier and Niedermeyer got the assist. Shanahan scored.
Cup brings you the greatest moments in hockey. Now, Canadian Tire brings the World Cup into your store. The best sale prices on brand name equipment, like Bauer Supreme 3000 Junior and Senior hockey sticks half price, and CCM Ultra Pro hockey skates just $69.99. Canadian Tire's World Cup of Hockey sale. It's here, it's now, and it's real. Canadian Tire, everyday low prices made better.
I drive over 100,000 miles a year, and CBC has become a pretty important part of my life. It gives me more of an appreciation for other parts of the country. This is my source of information. I feel like it's my radio station. Thanks for keeping me company on my travels and keeping me entertained. CBC is part of my world.
60 years of CBC Radio. Radio to call our own.
The penalty to Fetisov had expired 1 second when Brendan Shanahan scored that goal.
Shanahan with 3 goals in the exhibition games led Team Canada in scoring, and here on a very nifty heads-up shot, he puts it by Happy Boone.
2:30 left in the first period. Canada has opened up a 3-1 lead on Russia. They spotted Russia the first goal, but have outshot them since that time 15-6. And Russia's Fedorov brought it in over the line. Somebody ahead of him. Offside called.
That's only the second offside of this period, and I know Team Canada coaches were saying they want their defensemen to stay up if they can. But you have to have a big heart to stay up on a guy like Fedorov, because if he catches you standing still, you are going to be standing still as he roars by you. That was a nice play. An offside cause is a good defensive play whenever you can arrange it.
Puck is shot in by Graves. Happy Bulin leading it at the side of the net. Yuskevich made the play, and Russia clears it. They get as far as center. Can't keep going, though. Canada standing up at the line again. That was Stevens, and he just rolled it away. Russia organizing. Fedorov dropped it back. Jitnik shot it in. Russia is changing with 1:45 left in the first period. Stevens hit McGillney and flattened him. This is Stevens. McGillney comes back at Stevens. Gave him a light rub along the boards. Larionov picking it up and clearing it through center. McGillney dropped it back. Right onto the stick of Gretzky. A steal, but 3 Russians are back, so he goes to Dalfus. Gretzky trying to roll it back into him, but it was knocked down and cleared back out over the line. 1:15 remaining in the period. Coming in is Zhamnov. He was stopped. Gretzky had a chance near center. The puck went behind him. And Canada is changing. As we near the 19-minute mark of the opening period, Canada leads 3-1. Okay, we're in the final minute now. Niedermeyer tapping it down. He likes to join the rush. Lindros took the shot. Abby Bolin was out in a hurry with Big Primo coming right for him.
Well, Canada has settled down after a first 10 minutes where I think they were too intent on getting hits and not concentrating on the rest of their game. And since then, they've picked up the pace. They've taken the hits when they're available, but they haven't gone searching for them when you couldn't get them. And Alexander McGillney, the local hero, was knocked down twice on the shift, once by Graves and there by Stevens. I think Canada should keep investing in being physical. Don't run all over the ice trying to get the hit. Take it if it's there, just as Graves and Scott Stevens did.
Lindros, Shanahan, and Primo the line for Canada. Niedermeyer is back at the blue line with Rob Blake. Face off to the right of Khabibulin. That is Alexei Yashin at center ice for Russia. Couldn't win the draw. Niedermeyer, big crowd in front. Gets set. Shoots. Stop. Big rebound for him. He and Lindros jump on it. Lindros swinging away. Kasparaitis and Lindros again in on the board. Lindros threw it at the net. Khabibulin stopped it with a stick. 30 seconds left in the period. Kovalenko shooting it in for Russia. Blake, the first one back. Trying to hit his man who sidestepped him. Lindros flipped the high one. That'll bounce down near the line. And Primo is offside.
Well, this big line of Primo, Shanahan, and Lindros really caused trouble for the defenseman. And this brave little Russian Kasparaitis doesn't mind hitting guys and doesn't mind getting hit. But the Russian defense, I think, can be taken advantage of if you keep taking them out. But you're not going to scare this little guy, Kasparaitis. I guess he's not too little at 190, but when he's lined up against this line, everybody looks little, and there he gives big Primo a ride over his hip.
So the face-off will come just inside Canada's blue line with 18 seconds left in the period. Canada 3, Russia 1. Canada, a good start by Russia. They got the first goal when Kovalev scored. It's past the 2-minute mark. Canada, after that, out shooting Russia 17-6 with 5 seconds left in the period. And it looks as if that will be the total shots for this period, because there's the horn and the first 20 minutes have gone by. Canada has a 2-goal lead.
Well, you mentioned, Bob, the number of great players in this tournament. 16 team leading scorers are in it. 21 of the top 24 point producers are in this tournament. Lemieux, Correa, and Oates only 3 out. And 9 of the top 11 point leading defensemen, only Larry Murphy and Ray Bourque, are absent. Team Canada badly outplayed the Russians in the last 10 minutes after looking like they were in trouble in the first 10.
A shot by Yuskevich for Russia near the blue line allowed Kovalev to pick up the rebound when Joseph made the initial stop and score at 2:18. Dom Fusto got the crowd here in Vancouver jumping when Linden did great work in the corner and got it back out front. Desjardins and Shanahan completing the scoring. 3-1 Canada. And here's Ron McLean.
Down in the dressing room just outside Team Canada's locker room, in fact, with Mark Messier. Congratulations, Mark, on a great start to the game, or at least a great finish to the period. How'd it feel to you?
Well, I think we were a little tight to start this period off. We weren't moving our legs as well as we should have been, but got ourselves going a little bit towards the end of the period and scored a couple goals.
Don Cherry was livid when Kasparaitis ran into you, and you got a 2-minute minor, but you bounced back with 2 beautiful setups, especially the spring Brendan Shanahan. Tell us about the chemistry on the team. Never mind the worry about injuries, but how well do you think this group's been able to come together in such a short time?
Lads have done a great job doing that. First of all, getting the families involved with the whole training camp up in Whistler, and I think we've got a lot of experience, and young guys came here with a great attitude. Everybody came in great shape, and because of it, it didn't take us long to really gel as a team.
What are you doing to your skate?
Just getting a sharpening right here. I got to keep those edges sharp.
Yes, you do. Congratulations. Great start.
Thanks very much.
There's Mark Messier of Team Canada, 3-1. The Canadians lead the Russians at the end of 20 minutes of play. Don Cherry is next as we continue our coverage of the World Cup of Hockey on CBC Sports. Splendid day in Vancouver. We're featuring Game 1 of North American pool action this evening. First intermission, Canada leads Russia by a score of 3-1. 3 unanswered goals to give the Canadians a 2-goal cushion. Don.
What? No, look, I got to say something. I'm going to get in a lot of trouble here. But what is this, hockey night in Canada or hockey night in Russia? All I hear, how great these guys are, how there they were, Detroit, the Fabulous Five. Now I'm hearing how great they are tonight. Can't intimidate them, can't scare them. How about the time when Van Imp ran over the guy and they walked off the ice? How about the time Clark broke the guy's ankle, they never won a game after? How about that? How about Messier? Wait a minute. Okay. How about Messier in Edmonton whacks the guy, 42 stitches, they wanted to go home. How about tonight? They were losing, Canada was losing 1-0 tonight. Eric grabs, slaps that yellow little Kasperitis around. He hits the guy after a whistle on a. He submarined him, Primo, after an offside. It was 1-0. Eric grabbed the little rat, slapped him around a little. 3-1. Can't scare them. What is this? I'm sick and tired
First
of
of all,
hearing how great they are.
No,
They're down 3-1. They died with the fabulous 5 dive. They are sucked, and they always have sucked. The only time we lost in the Canada Cup, what this should be called, was because when Mike Liu turned into a sieve and we only lost 1 game. Other than that, they've done nothing.
Well, they're in a bit of a drought now, but first, Darius Kasperitis, how can you question his integrity? He's
Just a minute.
Mario?
Hey, Turtle, you dropped him. When not only that, he drops it, he knows Eric won't get him. And by the way,
with Eric.
Never mind, he wants it, he gets it. How about Wayne Bonney? Wayne Bonney jumps in and grabs Eric while Kasperitis is loose. So I'm tired, that's it. I don't want to say anymore. I don't like the name. I'm going to have my say tonight, and then I'm going to, that's it.
Then you're leaving? No.
Yeah, I might leave. Don't like them, like the Russians. Can't scare them. Anyhow.
They are much more like us in the way they play the game now than they used to be.
Yeah. Quiet, eh? Okay. I don't understand a lot of things in this whole thing. First of all, I don't like the name World Cup because it's World Cup soccer and all stuff like that. Second of all, it should be Canada Cup. It's our name. I'm ticked off that Hamilton didn't get a game because it was 17,005. Gretzky said he gives the Canada Cup. They owe it to the city of Hamilton for the great job they did. I don't like the lousy schedule we got. We got the lousiest schedule of anybody in the whole tournament. We got to play 3 and 4 games. The Americans play 2 games in New York, and then they have a nice game, nice little thing. The Russians got a tough one, but not as tough.
Not really. They play over 5 days, so they can play 3 lines tonight. Canada can't.
That's right, and we're still going to win because we got the heart and soul, and I'm sick and tired of how great Fedorov is. The guy's a diver, and he died last year in the playoffs, and he's dying tonight.
Okay, but isn't it fair to say you're really proud of Canada and why they always win? You would admit that the Russians are good, at least?
They're talented.
Yeah, that's good. Perfect. Yeah, that's good.
Hey.
You know, and Tarasov always said that. Anatoly Tarasov, the father of Soviet hockey.
Hey, I'm not getting into a tirade. I don't like the format. What's the Czechs doing in here? What's the Slovaks doing in here?
Czechs are the world champions.
I don't care. They might not never win a game unless they play the Soviets or something, whatever it is. What's the Germans doing in here?
But the rub is the Czechs can take it easy now, and they may come through in the 3rd spot and surprise everybody.
I don't like the training camp. I don't like the training camps. 2 weeks of training camps. That's absolutely ridiculous. The players said, well, they don't want to leave their loved ones. Well, we left our loved ones in 76 for 4 weeks. You can't get in shape. That's why they got 4 groins out there right now.
Who are your final 4?
All right. Canada, Russia,
hey, good.
USA, and Sweden. They'll be in the final 4.
So you don't like to travel either, you and Glenn Sather. I'll say this. You're snappy dressers, and you're traveling too much, which makes this definitely a suitcase. That's all I can think of. Glad to hear you're back. How was your summer?
I'm back.
Don Cherry with some thoughts on this 1996 World Cup of Hockey. In case you've forgotten, it's 3-1 Canada leading Russia at the end of a period of play here in BC.
Hello! Oh! Echo! Go!
Introducing the all-new 97 Jeep TJ with dual airbags, a smoother ride, and superior handling.
Trees! Boulders!
Must be his first Jeep.
Rookie.
Oh, yes!
Now, at your local Jeep dealer.
I think CBC News and current affairs people feel that our best moments happen when we help people understand change. I mean, there's all this talk about the information superhighway, and yet in this country there's so many places that don't even have roads. So when talking technology, you can't just talk about all the latest bells and whistles. You got to talk about human impact. How does it touch me? How does it affect my kids, my job? So many questions. And at CBC, we keep trying to get at the answers.
Returning this fall on CBC, Canadian comedy at its best.
No cameras!
With this hour as 22 minutes.
Nuts is an understatement.
The sizzling stand-up of comics.
I'm childless, except for this boy that I'm dating.
And Royal Canadian Air Force.
I give it a thumbs up.
Tell me about it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
CBC, television to call our own.
Back in Vancouver en route to Philadelphia, and I'm afraid to admit I'm very impressed by those Americans. Saturday night at 8 will feature Canada and the U.S. You talk about the travel, here's Glenn Sather on both sides of the border, both coasts.
We've got a tough game against the Soviets. We travel all the way to Philadelphia. We play the Americans who are sitting there waiting for us. And then that night get on the charter and go to Ottawa and play the Slovaks. So we've got 3 games in 4 nights and travel about 6,000 or 7,000 miles. But we've presented the players as a challenge. You know, let's give it to these guys anyway, and let's give it to the organizers of the tournament anyway for putting the schedule together like this. So we're trying to win every game, and our goal is not to intimidate somebody, but to win the hockey game.
Head coach of Team Canada, Glenn Sather. 3-1, the Canadians lead the Russians after 20 minutes. We'll continue our coverage of the 1996 World Cup of Hockey in a moment.
The greatest moments in hockey, brought to you by Canadian Tire.
Who's the greatest player in international hockey history? What's the greatest goal? The greatest team? You tell us. Enter Canadian Tire's Greatest Moments in Hockey contest, and you could win great hockey prizes, including the grand prize trip to Montreal, where you, 9 of your friends and hockey legends, Paul Henderson and Vladislav Tretiak, will watch Game 2 of the World Cup Hockey Finals in your own private luxury box. What will the next greatest moment in hockey be? Pick up your ballot at Canadian Tire before September 9th, and it could be yours.
And the Renoyer has it on that wing. Here's a shot. Henderson made a wild stab for it, fell. Here's another shot. Right by the score. Henderson has scored for Canada.
I was, I think, 11 years old, and my next door neighbor had just bought a new color TV. We didn't have a color TV at the time, so I'd called them to ask them if I could come over and watch the game. So I went over next door and I watched the hockey game. I watched it in color, which was a big thrill at that time. And you'll never forget it. I think it was the greatest goal in Canadian hockey history.
Well, you know, personally, I remember I was 9 years old at the time and living in Sault Ste. Marie, attending St. Mary's grade school. And I remember when Paul Henderson scored his goal, we had the entire grade school in the gym, and we were all watching it in the auditorium. And you know, I can still remember vividly the whole auditorium erupting when the puck went in the net. It was a great feeling.
Well, 1972, that's the year I was born. The year that Henderson scored a big goal. So it's, you know, people say, well, it's impossible that you remember that. But, you know, my dad was there, took the picture of that winning goal. And, you know, for me, it's just a big memory of, you know, Canada. And I'm just glad, you know, that my dad was there to take the picture, and I was able to live it even though I was not even a year old at that time.
Canadian Tire, Canada's hockey store, a proud sponsor of the World Cup of Hockey.
Universal Pictures presents the story of a cop,
You're under arrest.
a criminal,
How can you do this to me?
and the end of a beautiful friendship. Damon Wayans, Adam Sandler. Bulletproof starts Friday, September 6th at theaters everywhere.
When you need a sealant that's got to stick, Mono Ultra does the trick. Mono Ultra. When it calls for the best, the choice is clear. There won't be anything like it for years. Mono Ultra. It works in the sun. It works in your shower. You wash up with water and make it an hour. Whatever the kitchen surface, nothing sticks to the job like Mono Ultra. And it's mildew-proof in the bathroom. Mono Ultra. Get the Mono.
Hollywood Pictures presents the most lovable 10-year-old you'll ever meet. Robin Williams is flat out terrific in this extremely funny film. Don't miss Jack, now playing at a theater near you.
Anglophone farming communities in Quebec struggle with the specter of separation.
Parts of Quebec may separate, but we live in Quebec, Canada, forever.
Watch English Enclaves Sunday on Country Canada.
Imagine if you were pregnant.
I think I might be. You're gonna do it all. Family, school, everything.
I won't be coming back next year.
You can say it, you know.
I'm gonna do what you suggested. An abortion.
Liberty Street. Reality Bites back Tuesday.
CBC presents The Best of the World, showcasing 5 North American premieres. Critically acclaimed international dramatic series, The Tenant of Wildfell Hall, Rhodes, Karaoke, Hearts and Minds, and Cold Lazarus. Television to call our own.
Good evening. I'm Allison Smith. Here are some of the stories we're working on tonight for The National. More testimony at the Somalia inquiry today about the alleged cover-up at National Defense. The former head of public affairs at the department, Colonel Jeff Haswell, says documents were purposely altered to keep them away from reporters. Haswell's the only person formally charged in connection with the cover-up.
And so on.
The former Premier of British Columbia, Bill Bennett, has been found guilty of insider trading. The BC Securities Commission says Bennett profited improperly from a tip about the collapse of a major business takeover. And a Mexican rebel group has launched a series of well-coordinated raids aimed directly at the country's tourist trade. Last night, the guerrillas attacked 3 of Mexico's most popular beach resorts, Acapulco, Ixtapa, and Huatulco. We'll have those stories and more later tonight on The National.
It seems ironic that trucks so diligently engineered to be quiet would have so much volume. Dodge Ram and Dodge Ram Club Cab, the roomiest pickups on the road. Dodge. Canada's truck stop.
Recently, scientists discovered evidence of life on another planet.
Oh my God.
Duh. Independence Day at theaters now.
Hey, Coach. Yeah? I can't get my helmet on.
From the land of sunshine comes the greatest long shot with the bobsled in Olympic history. John Candy.
Oh, goody.
Cool Runnings, September 15th.
This portion of the World Cup of Hockey on CBC is brought to you by Chrysler Canada. At Chrysler, we're not just building cars, we're building Canada. And by new Hostess potato chips. They're absolutely unbelievable.
Canada 3, Russia 1. As we come up to period 2, Kovalev made it 1-0 Russia at 2:18. Domfus at 9:23, a shorthanded goal. Great work by Linden on that one. Desjardins at 14:24. Messier and Niedermeyer. They got 2 more assists when Shanahan was given that long, beautiful pass by Messier.
Well, this was the prettiest goal of all 4 goals scored in the first period. Messier, the presence of mind to stay onside at his end of the neutral zone, and Shanahan the same thing, and then a little wrist shot. Adam Gulen was paralyzed and had no chance.
And period 2 is underway. Russia in a hole after 1 period. Niedermeyer made it up to Shanahan. He got it out quickly. Fetisov, number 2 for Russia. And this is Fedorov trying to get some room and does not find it. Desjardins bumping with him now. Puck is loose out in front. Down is Joseph, who steered away. Little battle in on the boards with a big crowd. Fedorov shot, knocked down in the crease, and Joseph was sprawling out of the net, and he grabbed it. Let's go to Ramatlain.
Bob, as you know, this is the first game in North American pool action, but the European pool games have been underway for some time. This afternoon, Sweden was in action versus the Czech Republic and won handsomely. The Czechs have really stumbled in this tournament. Matt Sundin has 2 goals thus far. He scored his first of the game to pot the new lead. Well, obviously it happened overseas, so it's slow getting here. Here's a save by Tommy Soderstrom. He had 21 saves for the shutout. Sweden wins it. They and the Finns are 2-0. They will play noon Eastern on Sunday in Stockholm. The Swedes will have to win that to win the pool. Bob?
Next round, Adam Foote is 52. He tried to roll the puck out. It's back deep again, and this is Mark Messier leading it. Coffey. And Foote again. Coming out to Lemieux. And Messier is moving in quickly. Messier around his man Gonchar. Back of the net, left it there. Canada trying to center it. Gonchar picked it up and cleared it out of the zone. And Coffey will go back. Team Canada changing. Coffey's quick pass. Oswald nearly picked that up. And then Adam Foote chases it. He and Don Foos can't get it out. Russia. After it is Larionov. Fired from the line, and Joseph out of the net quickly to stop it. He's away out of the net now. But fortunately, Canada clears it out. Lemieux overskates it. Gets another whack at it, but Yuskevich for Russia took it. And here he is. Coming away to center. Long shot in. Canada trying to get to it. They do. Linden picked it up, and that's icing against Russia.
Well, the Canadian roster contains 9 current NHL team captains. And this Team Canada represents the 372 players who play in the National League who hail from Canada, that being 62% of the NHL player population. Paul Coffey, Kozlov, Lemieux, and Kasparaitis in a little scrum in the corner to the right of Curtis Joseph. And the Russians have to get the next goal, I think, to give them a little momentum. They've been on their heels since halfway through the first period.
Kovalev, who has scored the goal for Russia early in the first period, is chasing it now. Took his man in on the boards, reaching for the puck and missed it. So did Fleury. Saki leaving it for Blake. He banked one off the boards all the way down the ice, and that again is an icing call, this time against Canada.
One thing I've noticed about this Russian team, and Bob, you've done international games for quite a while, there are 9 right-handed shots on the Russian team. And don't you remember the Russian teams when Canada first started playing them, there would be no right-handed shots, all left. I can't come up with a reason for that, but that is one of the observations. Sergei Makarov, one of the assistant coaches. Of course, he was a big-time player in Russia for many years and had a good year or two in the National League. Won the Calder Cup, Calder Trophy, Rookie of the Year.
All the players on this Russian team are playing in the National Hockey League.
In the lineup tonight, right. They've only got one that doesn't. And he's not dressed.
We're referring to Sergei Berezan. Just as they knock it in.
Boy, he rifled that Malakoff. It didn't look like there was amounting to very much in the corner to the right of Curtis Joseph. And the next thing you know, Malakoff stepped off. Here he comes off the blue line, takes the pass, see him back up there at the top, and then just takes a wrist shot. So defensive zone coverage by Canada. Too many people turned and taking a look at Zamnov, and not enough of them looking over their shoulder to see where the point man came from.
They're in again, score again, up high, did not go in this time. Went over Joseph. Boy, that looked like it got behind him, but it had to hit the crossbar. What has happened so quickly? Malakoff the goal, and now nearly another one.
They review that, Bob. I think you might find that puck went in, but the goal judge didn't put the light on, and the referee can't do anything until the play stops if he decides to do anything.
We're going to see shortly. It sure looked like it got in under the bar, but however, here's Fedorov coming up. Now, that one is in.
Now, if the other one was in, do they both count?
They'll rule out.
Will they?
Well, yeah, I think they rule out this one.
Well, I think then they're only going to get one.
Should have been stopped if the first one had gone in. We'll watch Fedorov come in on this one.
Well, here's the first one was no goal. As you can see right there, that's the first one. The Russian bench was screaming at the referee saying it went in. But there's no doubt about the second one. So very quickly here in the first 2.5 minutes of this period, the Russians have tied the game.
2 goals in 39 seconds, so everything is clean. The first one, not a goal. Second one by Fedorov, no doubt. So the score is tied, 3-3 here in the second period. Joseph had to be careful. Nearly another right there quickly. This is Larionov back of the net up front. And luckily Gretzky was there to watch Zhitnik flying in off the blue line. Canada on their heels right now. Russia has come back quickly to tie it at 3. Larionov stepping up the center. Moves up over the line. Nobody bothers him. Thrown in front where Coffey was there to pick it up. And he got it out. Gretzky not giving chase, heading off. They're changing again. Lead pass is offside. Well, Russia with 2 goals in 39 seconds have tied it. 3-3 here in the second.
In the wind and the rain, I found myself, though I was never really lost. It took me this long to realize I was looking the wrong way. Unfortunately, our eyes look out of the Word, not in it ourselves. So even though at this time I find myself on this road, there are at least as many roads as there are people. And through the wind and the rain, the thunder roars.
Oh, finally a night to myself. This is so great.
Come away with me.
Could these be any better?
Matthew, pick up. I know you're there. Listen, you are hot, baby. ITM is talking multi-movie deal. CNT want you to direct. Stephen and David want you to run their studio. Oh, and the hostess, yeah, they want you to be their spokesman or something. But small potatoes.
Hostess thing? Hostess thing?
Did you not hear the other part of the message there? What are you thinking?
With the offensive power that both these teams possess, quick goals may be one thing we'll see a lot of in the tournament. There was the first one by Malakoff. Coming up by Fedorov. 39 seconds apart. Now, if that first goal had counted, and they looked at the replay, they would have counted that, taken the time off the clock, and the second one wouldn't have counted.
Well, they have 2 up on the board, 2 of them, and a span of 39 seconds to tie the game as we hit the 5-minute mark of the second period. It is Canada 3, Russia 3.
Russia outscoring Canada 2-0 and outshooting them 6-0 here in the second period. So another slow start for Canada.
They gave up the first goal in the game to Russia. Kovalev at 2:18 of the first. So then it was all Canada. 3 in a row. But now it's Russia coming on strong. Yashin shot right into the midsection of Curtis Joseph, and he holds it. So it's 3-3 here in the second.
Oh, finally a night to myself. This is so great.
Come away with me.
Could these be any better?
Matthew, pick up. I know you're there. Listen, you are hot, baby. ITM is talking multi-movie deal. CNT want you to direct. Stephen and David want you to run their studio. Oh, and the hostess, yeah, they want you to be their spokesman or something. Talk about small potatoes.
Hostess thing? Hostess thing?
Did you not hear the other part of the message there? What are you thinking?
Kozlov on the puck for Russia. Sharp angle shot hit the side of the net. Primo trying to move it out. Kozlov is on it again. centering it right onto the stick of Eric Lindros. He gets it out and rolled it up on the wing. Primo trying to hit Shanahan. Lindros! He missed on the short side. Bodies flying everywhere to the left of Abby Bullen. Russia back up the ice. Nikolic dropped it back. They get in the slot area, and it's cleared back out to Lindros. Kasparaitis making a run at Lindros, who ducked down a bit, and Kasparaitis hit the boards hard. And a Russian player is down on the ice inside his own line down near the net. That's Seaback on the ice.
I didn't see what happened to him. Everyone's eyes were easily placed. They're going to give Shanahan a penalty for whatever happened to Seaback. Most people were watching Kasparaitis take the run at Lindros. Lindros ducked Kasparaitis, went right over top of him. But as that was going on, Seaback was hit somehow a high stick, according to the signal by referee Gregson. And Seaback is not on his feet yet. You can see he's now getting up. Here it is right here at the top of the screen. Just a nice little collision, but then the stick. And in the middle of your screen on the right, you can see Kasparaitis, who took about a 40-foot run at Lindros. Lindros saw him at the last minute and got out of the way. So it's a high sticking penalty.
And 2 minutes up on the board.
Eric Lindros had a nice chance, the only chance that Canada's had this period, and he shot it about 2 feet wide. And here comes Kasparaitis, who's taking a healthy run at Lindros. Lindros sees him and ducks. And at the same time that was occurring, Shanahan has called for high sticking down in the corner, and the Russians will now get a power play.
Gonchar made a big play on Lindros, not allowing the big guy to get a decent shot. There's Shanahan in the box. High sticking is the call. Russia with 2 quick goals here in the second to tie the game. Now with a man advantage.
Fetisov is over trying to talk to referee Gregson into more than 2 minutes for Shanahan, but failed.
Fedorov will be at center ice. Now he's decked by Messier near the blue line. Nobody saw that. Messier nailing Fedorov, but Fedorov back on his skates and coming out with the puck down the wing is McGillney. He cuts into the slot, back to Fedorov. To the line. Fedorov again, working it around outside. The shot misses the net. Again, Shitnik rolled it ahead. Fedorov, he's harassed. Took his time, trying to roll it ahead. Desjardins stole it from him, and Graves shot it down the ice. Canada changing the penalty killers. 3-3 tie at the 7-minute mark of the second period. Russia on a power play. Coming out. Zhitnik through center. Yuskevich knocked it ahead, in on the wing. Fedorov rolled it the rest of the way. Zhitnik couldn't keep it in. That was outside the line. Puck is kicked back to the net by Blake. On a delay for the offside. If they don't clear it, that's over. Down it goes. In the penalty. 50 seconds. Shanahan, the penalized player from Canada, in the box. Sergei Gonchar coming out and leaving it for Kozlov. Beats a high one in. Joseph couldn't trap it behind the net. Kasparaitis was up there. Zhendov fired a pass in. Arianov got in front of the net, didn't get the relay though. And Donfu shoots it away. 30 seconds left on the power play for Russia. They've tied the game here in the second. It is 3-3 now. Kasparaitis again. Up across center is Kozlov, dumping it in on the net. Look out! Miller! Joseph had no idea where it was. It was in behind him, near the line, and nobody could clear it.
Well, when the puck went in the net, there was a Russian player in the net. Now the question is, did he go in on his own or was he forced in? If he went in on his own, that goal won't count. If he was forced in, and that's why Gregson's calling upstairs to see why the Russian player was in the net when the puck went. But the first mistake was made by Curtis Joseph, who lost this puck. And I don't think that goal's going to count, because Larionov, in attempting to spear the puck and knock it into the net, went in on his own. And he was in the crease because the crease involves the net, or the area under the net. The There's the first problem. Now here comes Larionov. Nobody knocked him in. That goal should not count.
Malcolm Ashford is upstairs, the video replay goal judge. No goal. The chat has been done with the referee, Terry Gregson, and you're right, Fetisov, the captain. Being told now the score is still tied at 3.
Well, there's the video replay booth. And so they saw what we saw. It was an easy call for the video goal judge. Mihailov doesn't agree, but whenever you have a conference on a disputed goal, the player that leaves the conference first, he got the right decision. And there it is right there. I mean, an easy call. Larionov was in the net when the puck went in. If you're in the net, you're in the crease. He wasn't pushed, shoved, or thrown in there. He went in on his own, no goal.
That was not a major problem. He stabbed at it, you're right, and missed it. And kept going in behind the goaltender, Joseph. Then the puck arrived by everybody. No goal. Still 3-3. And the penalty now has expired. Shanahan is out of the box and knocks one down at center ice and rolled it ahead. But in behind Messier. Yuskevich turning back for Russia. And they're coming out. In across the line, Yashin throwing it at the net, and Joseph again stopped it with a stick this time, taking no chances, and held onto it. Kovalev threw a left hand in there on Coffey. This fight could go on forever with no punches being thrown. Kovalev and Coffey. Kovalev went to the net and kind of bumped Curtis Joseph, and then this is what resulted. Watch it. Lemieux and Fetisov are squared off near the blue line. You see them up to the right of your screen now. There they go. And in the corner again, in on the boards.
Yashin and Foote are having quite a little conference here. And down in front of Curtis Joseph, Yuskevich is talking to Adam Graves.
But Lemieux and Fetisov were locked for a long time. Now we're having a little chat.
Well, they both players now know what the other had for the game meal. I can guarantee you that. Their faces were an inch apart.
Now Kovalenko wants a piece of Lemieux. This animosity was building from the exhibition game in Calgary. You can tell no love lost here. Just like the good old days. Russia and Canada. Let us go. Gregson will hand out more penalties. We'll tell you about that when we come back.
The World Cup brings you the greatest moments in hockey. Now, Canadian Tire brings the World Cup into your store. The best sale prices on brand name equipment, like Bauer Supreme 3000 junior and senior hockey sticks half price, and CCM Ultra Pro hockey skates just $69.99. Canadian Tire's World Cup of Hockey sale. It's here, it's now, and it's real. Canadian Tire, everyday low prices made better.
Comics. I went to a yuppie garage sale. They weren't selling anything. They're just showing everybody all the stuff they have.
I don't like reading the Toronto Star. I don't like reading any weekend big city newspaper. They always have the extra sections. It's always stuff I don't have. Cutesy titles. Home. Wheels. Life.
Comics, Friday nights on CBC television.
Two Russians in the penalty box. Two Canadians in the penalty box. Coffey and Foote are gone for roughing. Coffey got 4. Yashin and Kovalev, 2 minutes each for roughing. Coffey got the extra 2.
That might be the first 4-minute penalty Coffey's got in his career. Glenn Sather, I think, is going to face the fact that his team's going to be down a man for 2 minutes. The extra 2, Paul Coffey earned.
Canada hasn't had a shot on goal yet in this period. 9-0. Russia out shooting Canada. scoring 2 goals to tie it at 3. And they're on the move once more. Fedorov. Shot was in off the boards. McGillney given a bump, kicking the puck ahead. Messier will clear it away down the ice. 30 seconds gone in the Coffee Miners. Canada right now shorthanded. Russia tying the game 3-3, and they're moving up on the power play. Straight across the blue line. McGillney tapped it ahead and lost it. Fedorov had a chance to move it. Now he will. Coming in with a shot off the arm of Joseph, up high on the glass, and it's trapped at the blue line by Gonchar. Play stop. Gregson has somebody else.
Russians are going to get a penalty. Vincent Domfus, I believe, was hooked off his feet by Nemchinov. And so the power play with 1:01 left will be negated. Tripping call. You're going to see it on the far side right there. As Domfus attempted to go out to the point to check his man and couldn't get there.
Sergei Nemchinov off for tripping, and no question about that one. Straight across the ice in front of Terry Gregson, the referee tonight. 3-3 tie. Nearing the halfway mark of the second period. And the Russians moving up and shoot it in deep. Blake had to move in a hurry. Larionov giving chase. Blake again. Pulling away from Larionov. Linden shot it behind his own net for Niedermeyer. Coming away. Up to Blake. Took it on a skate. And he lifted one in. Off the boards. It gets him back to the net. Kozlov had to drop back a bit before feeding it out to Larionov. Coming down with a defenseman, Gonchar. He's number 55, but Larionov picked it up and kept going. Got it back to Kozlov. Couldn't handle it. Kozlov on the boards against Trevor Linden. Pass picked off by Niedermeyer. He wants to go. Niedermeyer trying to pull away from Gonchar. Dropped it back. Shot. Domfus coming close. Good passing inside the line, and the drop pass for Domfus.
And the best save of the night by either goalie. Happy Bulin picked that baby right out of the air as it was heading in. A nice play by Niedermeyer, as you're going to see here, to fight off Gonchar, and then drops the puck to Domfus, who's going to come into the picture trailing Niedermeyer right here. And Domfus lets it go, and there's the stop.
10 minutes and 28 seconds it took for this first save by Happy Bulin. And you're right, it was a dandy.
And that shot, although it was from 34 feet out, Happy Bulin was about 15 feet out, so it was a 15-footer and a big stop on what looked like a Domfus goal.
So Canada 3, Russia 3. 9:32 left in the second period. 9 seconds left in the Coffee. Penalty. Second minor picked up by Paul Coffey. Fleury is serving that extra 2, and he'll be on the ice in a second. Russia moving up. Fleury is out of the box. It's centered. Jitnik just missed it. Russia on the puck. Nikolitin coming in, leaving it. Kovalenko's shot. Not all of it, and he missed the net. 3-3 tie, and Canada moving out. Lindros stepping in lively with Gretzky. He tried to drop it back. That was intercepted. Gretzky stole it again, then was upended. Kovalenko doing great work and going back to the net with it. Hanging on to it. Nobody near him, so he just strides away to center, trying to shoot it in, and gave it away. Lead pass to Gretzky from Lindros. Back pass doesn't work. Gretzky can't keep it in at the line. So they get back on the side quickly, and Niedermeyer shoots it in. There comes Sakic. And back to the net. Big Lindros with Sakic there to help him. And Fleury. Fleury's pass by everybody. Gretzky going the other way with Messier taking his spot and had to hurry back. They were changing as the play continued. Messier now alive with a shot. Just missed. Hit Fetisov's stick and just missed the far corner. Cleared back out by Nemchinov. Fedorov takes a swing at it, comes in. Nemchinov with him. Nemchinov for the net. Great save by Joseph, sliding along in front of the goal crease. Ogilvy beating it back, and a weak shot to Curtis Joseph, and he hangs on to it. We're still tied. 3 goals apiece.
Max, they want you on set. This is your big scene.
They really should just write me out.
Out of the scene?
No, actually, out of the whole show.
What?
I want to dedicate myself to these Hostess potato chips.
Why?
Well, they're really very good.
Matthew, are you nuts?
I am so not nuts. Here, try these. They're much better than before. Here, eat these. You eat these. Oh, okay. Oh, fabulous. Well, I believe my work here is done.
I want this house.
It was a dream come true. Until they moved in.
Sit on your face.
Feeling.
A little work, a little care, a little imagination, and it's gonna be great. It's a lemon, honey, let's face it.
Will they finish the house before the house finishes them? Tom Hanks, Shelley Long, The Money Pit, September 11th.
Now, 2 great plays on this replay. One by Nemchinov, who makes a great cut-in from almost the icing line. And Curtis Joseph, who's one of the best goaltenders on anything down low, makes a spectacular stop to keep the score at 3-3. And you can see that Canada has had no offense at all with 7:44 left in this second period.
John Charles trying to keep it in. Got in, but not for long. Lindros stealing it at center. In Primo and Shanahan in front of the net. Couldn't get the puck out to him, so Shanahan comes back. The 3 Canadian forwards in back of the net. It's centered. Desjardins near the blue line. Backhands it in again. Lindros does not handle it cleanly. Kozlov fired one right to Shanahan. Trying to give it to Lindros. There's Primo doing big work for Canada. Primo, 55, turning back and forth. Centered finally. Cleared to the line. Not out. This time it does get out. Chemnov overskates it. Primo stopped him. And Desjardins flipped one in wide of the goal. John Char back. Leaving it for Kasparaitis. Shanahan lined him up. Saw him coming. Couldn't hit him. 6:45 left in the second period. Score is tied at 3. Kasparaitis shooting it down the ice. It'll be an icing call with Stevens back to touch it. So we're still tied here in the second.
Canadian Tire has great prices on everything you need. Plus, earn Canadian Tire money with every cash purchase of merchandise. Canadian Tire. Everyday low prices made better.
Well, probably the best forechecking forward physically in the National Hockey League. And when you pass the puck or try to stop him when he gets going, you're in trouble. And here's a good example coming right up here. As he's very tough to take out. Kasparaitis can't pin him. And if you pass the puck, you better look out when Big 88's got his eye on you, because he's not going to veer away at the last minute.
Brindamore, Fleury, and Sakic. Canada's line now. Juskevich bumped by Sakic behind the net. Lead pass doesn't work up through the middle for Yashin. Here comes Fleury on the fly. The shot, a good one, stopped. Got the rebound. It goes back of the net to Sakic. He tries to get out front, was knocked down. And Russia clears it out. Kovalev up across the line, leaving it there. It's centered for Yashin. Couldn't knock down the high pass. Shipnick played it back. Juskevich got away from a hit from Sakic. Under 6 minutes left in the second period. In a 3-3 tie. Russia with 2 quick goals here in the second. 39 seconds it took them to tie the game. And they come again. Kovalev trying to go up high. hit the side of the net. Canada storming back out, led by Gretzky. Tossed the pass in on the wing to Don Foos. He got away from one check, centered it. Foot with the shot blocked. And Russia clears the zone quickly. Malikov and Fedorov, the goal scorers for Russia. Don Foos centering one to Gretzky. Didn't work. Foot keeps it in. Fetisov taken out of the play heavily, back of the net with a hit. Linden kept coming at him and nailed him. Now Foot shot. That just missed. Coffey on the other point. Winds up. Doesn't get the shot too far, but he keeps the puck in. Finally, the Russians pick it up and get it out. Kovalev across center. And it goes for Nikolishin. He's in there chasing it. Centered it. Quick shot blocked in front of the net. Demnon set up. Now Canada clears the zone. Gretzky caught up with it for Graves. Canada changing as the play goes in deep. Graves tried to hit his man. Just missed him. Desjardins from center. Drives it back in. 4:15 left in the period. Score tied at 3. Fedorov and Nikolishin. The other way now. On the boards in the corner, and Desjardins spotted that at the blue line. Charged over to trap it. Lemieux working hard for Canada. Comes back to Desjardins. Fake the shot. Lemieux shoots it. Hit a leg. Fedorov was in front of it. Stevens! That shot is blocked by Nikolishin. And it goes flying over the glass into the crowd. 3-3 the score.
With 25% more power, 16-inch wheels, dual airbags, and 4-wheel anti-lock brakes, it's one affordable luxury 4x4. The new Suzuki Sidekick Sport. Lease one now for only $299 a month. For a discovery drive, call your participating dealer today. Suzuki. Ask anyone who owns one.
Somebody killed my brother, who was trying to come home. One man, one chance, one shot.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a contractor.
A hitman.
On September 13th,
I lost your brother. I don't want to lose you.
there's one risk worth taking. Jean-Claude Van Damme, Natasha Henstridge, Maximum Risk. At theaters Friday, September 13th.
Closed captioning of tonight's game is provided by 120 locally owned Apple Auto Glass dealers.
Canada has had just 3 shots so far in this period.
But here's the best chance they've had, and they've had 2 good shifts as far as forechecking and puck control. What a pass by Don Foos to Adam Foote. And Adam Foote just can't put it by Happy Boulin. The best chance Canada's had in the second period. They've had 2 good shifts in a row. Let's see if they can make it 3.
Scores still tied at 3. Russia with the only 2 goals in the second period. 3:30 left in the period. Lindros rolling it down now. Coming up hard, but the play is called in behind the play. It'll be an interference penalty in behind the play against Canada.
Big Primo's going to get it. It's a smart play here, and it's just interference, and that's all. Give Primo credit because he allowed Lindros with this little pick here to roar up the side of the ring and get a full blue line to blue line head scheme up against the Russian defense. But it was a very marginal case of interference. Good idea that didn't quite work.
The Russian power play in the game 0 for 3. Last time they had the man advantage. They managed just 3 shots. So Canada will try to hold him now as the period winds down. It's a 3-3 tie. Power play Russia. Kozlov elects to shoot it in. Kasparaitis, the defenseman, is nailed hard by Blake. Oh, they've got him lined up, number 11 for Russia. But he'll ask for it. game in and game out. So he's a target. And he was nailed by Blake there. Gonchar beats it in. Shot missing the goal. Here's Kasparaitis. Big Lindros had him lined up for a moment there. Lindros gets it out by Kasparaitis down the ice. Minute 10 left in the power play. Primo is in the penalty box. Russia moving out. Fedorov's pass goes into Zhamnov. Gets it back. Gonchar waits and then fed it in on the right wing boards. Comes back in front of the net. Close call right to the line. Didn't get in. And it's cleared out. Jitnik failed to stop it at the blue line.
Adam Foote made the save, Bob. That puck was rolling in.
2 minutes left in the period. Russia on the power play. The score tied at 3. They step up over the line. Feeding it back. Jitnik takes his shot. Gave it to McGillney. Returned it to him. And again McGillney from Jitnik. The other side now. Yuskevich. He's it ahead. They're on the outside. 4-man box set up by Canada. They'd love to keep him out there. They'll whip it around. Yuskevich, shot, deflected wide of the goal. McGillney gets it back. Jitnik again to McGillney. He's covered. Yuskevich now. The shot is high into the glove of Curtis Joseph, and he'll hold it. And the penalty is over.
An excellent play by Joseph. Not only making the save, but having the ability to catch it because Team Canada needed a change. Russia had controlled the puck for about 45 seconds, and when that happens, the defenders, boy, they start to die in a hurry. Rob Blake, who only played 6 games last year and is coming from a long way back, really got a hold of Kasparaitis with a good, clean body check on the board. And here's the stop Adam Foote made, 52. Look at this. This puck is going in, but Foote with the quick stick pulled it out before it got by Joseph.
Minute 15 left in the period. Canada killing off the penalty against Primo. Abby Boulin stepping out of the net. Only 3 shots for him the second period. Russia has had 14. And of course the 2 goals to tie the game. Russia on the puck. Kovalev coming in, trying to get along the boards ahead of Desjardins. Does. Whipped it back near the line. Fetisov feeding it in deep. Kovalev is tied up. Got it off the boards again. Back for Fetisov. Couldn't play it. Stevens fired one ahead quickly. Linden is on the left wing. Gretzky tossed it back. The shot. Linden coming in there. Another shot. Heavy Boulin down. Gretzky went by it. 18 seconds left in the period. They almost had the lead back. Kovalenko going up over the line for Russia. Turning away from Stevens. And Joseph comes up with a dandy. Another shot in there wide of the net. And the horn goes to end the second period. They nearly scored at one end on Hammy Boulin. And then Joseph comes up with his best save.
Boy, an acrobatic stop as he went from his left to his right in a big hurry. And that's one of Curtis Joseph's great skill, lateral move. And here's a good example right here, what I'm talking about, as he took what looked like a sure goal away from Alexei Yashin right there.
2 goals by Russia in 39 seconds. The shot's 15-6 in favor of Russia in that second period. So after 2, a 3 tie.
They want you on set. This is your big scene.
They really should just write me out.
Out of the scene?
No, actually, out of the whole show.
What?
I want to dedicate myself to these Hostess potato chips.
Why?
Well, they're really very good.
Matthew, are you nuts?
I am so not nuts. Here, try these. They're much better than before. Here, eat these. You eat these. Oh, thanks. Oh, fabulous. Well, I believe my work here is done.
Take it down.
presents The Best of the World, showcasing 5 North American premieres, critically acclaimed international dramatic series, The Tenant of Wildfell Hall, Rhodes, Karaoke, Hearts and Minds, and Cold Lazarus, television to call our own.
I've gone to BC sometimes, and I mean, they think Canada stops in Nova Scotia, which can really raise the hackles on the back of my neck. CBC radio to me has a lot of diversity. It brings sort of a camaraderie and a togetherness from east to west. Congratulations, CBC. Keep up the good work. You're sure fulfilling everything I need in a radio station.
60 years of CBC radio. Radio to call our own.
Back in Vancouver, 1972, it was a goal with 34 seconds left. In 87, Mario with 1:26 remaining. So is it any surprise? 3-3 Canada-Russia after 2 periods of play here at GM Place. And here's Sergei Fedorov. Sergei, congratulations on the goal that tied it. And a great second period. How'd you bounce back the way you did?
Well, definitely Team Canada dominated in the first period with the forecheck. And it seems to me they have a pretty strong plan. Put the puck in our zone and just forecheck and put a body on us, and it seems to me they've done it very well. But I believe we made a couple of mistakes. We shouldn't. But it's hockey. Here we go back in the second period, and we had 2 or 3 golden opportunities. Out of 3, we scored 2. So it seems to me we're back on track, and guys feeling a little bit more comfortable, you know.
You said coming overseas was tough, but let's look at your goal, and while we're looking at it, tell me about how you're treating this Canada Cup. How important is it to you personally and to Russia to have a big effort here?
Well, I think I'm very, very, you know, proud to play for my country, and it just feels great to be with those guys after 11 or 10 years, knowing them on the same ice and the same unit, and it feels absolutely great to play just for your own country, you know, and reunited with those teammates. You've been learning how to play this game, and it's unbelievable. Great feeling.
Great show. Keep it up.
Thank you very much.
There's Sergei Fedorov. Look at this. This is Wayne Gretzky, 1987. Rendezvous 87. He traded with Slava Fetisov, the captain then. And, of course, he's the captain for Team Canada here. 58 points in 31 Canada Cup games in Wayne's illustrious career. Scott Russell had a chance to visit with the great one at Whistler.
Hockey's defining number is 99. Its greatest name is Gretzky. Boy Wonder is 35 years old now, a family man. He has many loves, but the game's fire still burns deep in his heart.
Well, you know, I got to say that the first day of training camp here, I honestly felt pretty much the same as it did in 1981 when I was 19 years old and I walked in a locker room for Team Canada with Gilbert Perreault and Guy Lafleur and Bob Gainey and Larry Robinson. And I was excited about it. And I had the same feeling when I walked into the training camp in Worcester when I walked in and saw guys like Lindros and Messier and Coffey. It really, for me, I feel honored to be selected to play in this. And I think it's something that when you're done your career and you look back, you say, wow, that was a great time. I'm really happy I was fortunate enough to be there. So I think that's what kind of motivates Wayne Gretzky. The word respect is so important in my life, and the respect I have for my teammates and my opponents. I've always approached the game like that. And I think my dedication to the game, you know, I feel like I always work hard in the off-season. I practice hard. You know, I love to play, I love to win, and I think my dedication to the game, not just in a day or 2 or 3 days, but since I was 3 or 4 years old, my dedication to wanting to learn the game and wanting to excel has always kind of made me the player I think I am. This is a really good time because, you know, my kids really don't know. I mean, they're kids, and they have really, they don't have an understanding of who I am or what I've done. They're American kids, they live in California. So for them to come and see part of my heritage and see, you know, what was it like for me growing up and what Canada's all about and how important hockey is to Canadians and life in general, this is an exciting time for me just to show them all of this. One of the great things about this tournament is we get to play together again. And we do have a special, unique relationship. It's a very unselfish relationship in that we push for each other. We you know, when we're on the bench or sitting watching practice or in the stands, we really push for the other guy to hope that he does well, and we feel part of that. If Paul Coffey gets 2 goals and 2 assists, both Mark and I feel as excited about it as he does. So it's a very unique relationship because there's no envyism there, no selfishness between us. We all push for each other, we all hope for each other, and it's a genuine, sincere hope. The Canadian public looks at hockey, it's life and death. I mean, that's just the way it is here. You're brought up that way. And all the players who are here have gone through the pressure of having to be successful. So we understand what goes with that territory. And as you said, we are defending champions. We've won it the last 3 times. Yeah, it puts a little bit of pressure on us, but I think each and every guy in that locker room knows and understands that all of Canada is watching, and we know we're under a big microscope here, and people are expecting us to win a championship.
Wayne Gretzky in tough again. It's 3-3 after 2. Tom Rennie joins us next as our coverage of the World Cup of Hockey returns in a moment.
Stop looking at me. What's wrong with these people? Never see a bandicoot before?
They want you on set. This is your big scene.
They really should just write me out.
Out of the scene?
No, actually, out of the whole show.
What?
I want to dedicate myself to these Hostess potato chips.
Why?
Well, they're really very good.
Matthew, are you nuts?
I am so not nuts. Here, try these. They're much better than before. Here, eat these. You eat these. Oh, thanks. Oh, fabulous. Well, I believe my work here is done.
Dear Scotty, trust me, son, Paris is a long, long way from Winnipeg. When I'm not working, I've been touring the town. You know, just taking in the sights.
Fine, sunny morning. You're in the Peg in Portage and Maine.
Work is going well. I'm here setting up a 1-800 call center for English, French, and German customers. So it's complicated. They really appreciate our technical expertise and that good old Canadian know-how on taking care of customers better. And I gotta tell you, they really are nice people. But I sure miss you guys. Give Mom my love.
See you, Dad.
Ron McAndrews is just one of the people at AT&T Canada, helping companies around the world stay close to their customers.
You're not Plumber Boy. The bandicoot will come. I'm coming to get you now. Hi, how are you? Am I on the right street? Can you tell me where Nintendo is? People run a lot here. This is really nice. Plumber Boy, your time has come.
Back live as our coverage continues from the West Coast. It's 3-3 Canada-Russia at the end of 40 minutes of play. Big excitement in Vancouver, save for tonight's game, is that Tom Rennie, head coach of the World Championship team in 1994, when they captured gold and, of course, silver medal performances as well at Worlds and at the Olympic Games in Lillehammer, and a Memorial Cup championship in Kamloops, and a great-looking smile as he accepts congrats from Pat Quinn. Tom, tremendous that you're the new head coach of Vancouver. Give us a thought on what you're doing with the Canucks, what's in store for camp, who have you consulted?
I've consulted just about everybody in BC, and that means a lot of relatives and friends, Ron, but just getting ourselves ready in terms of a coaching staff and identifying a little bit more with our team through video and the opponents that we're going to face, 25 of them throughout the course of the year, and basically on paper at least getting ourselves prepared for training camp.
Your boy Trevor Linden looks good tonight.
He sure does. He's really, I think, an inspiration to his team, as a matter of fact. He's set up a tremendous goal, the second goal, and has played with a lot of desire, and I think that's got to be contagious.
Before the game, you had a thought on what tonight would be about, because it's not a critical game in terms of if you lose, you're out, but what did you expect, and then give us your thoughts on the first two?
Well, I thought both teams would really come out to try to, you know, leave a mark, if you will. I don't think anybody wants to come out here and sort of just pretend their way through a hockey game, Ron. I felt that they would come out and really try to leave each other with some type of an impression, and I think they've done that. I think that, you know, the first period was certainly Canada's. If you look at the second period, Canada maybe didn't come out of the gate like they should have, and the Russians are right back in it. So the third period, I think, will set the tone for what might happen for both teams from this point on.
Pretty physical in the second period. You can feel tempers running a little high. Do you expect that to continue?
I think that the team that will win will be the team that can play that way but can keep their heads on. If they don't, whomever that might be, they'll probably lose.
On behalf of all the referees, we watched you going through the obstruction rules, so thanks for your help. You're great for the CHA, and good luck in Vancouver.
Thank you, and I appreciate that, Ron.
There's Tom Rennie. We'll have more coverage of the World Cup of Hockey. It's 3-3. Team Russia, Team Canada, as we continue from GM Place in Vancouver on CBC Sports in a moment.
Oh, forget the sports page. Every week, first thing I go for is my Canadian Tire Flyer.
I love the sales. Every week, it's got really great sale prices on my favorite brands.
One look at that flyer.
And I'm flying down to my store.
To save on mono ultra caulking for just $3.49 each, and other great products to help seal and protect.
Everyday low prices?
That's good.
Everyday low prices, plus even lower weekly sale prices.
That's better.
Canadian Tire. Everyday low prices made better.
When you're on the go, even when you're not, nothing goes better than Tim Hortons Timbits. At 20 for just $1.99 and no tax. The money goes a long way, too. And with 10 fresh flavors to choose from, everybody's happy. Tim Hortons Timbits.
You've always got time for Tim Hortons.
Pass them on.
Every weekend, there is one newscast that can take you to places around the world. The places you want to know about. Sunday Report with Wendy Mesley on CBC Television.
Imagine if you were pregnant.
I think I might be. You're gonna do it all. Family, school, everything?
I won't be coming back next year.
You can say it, you know.
I'm gonna do what you suggested. An abortion.
Liberty Street. Reality Bites back Tuesday.
Remember your first bike?
Vancouver Igor Larionov didn't play in the 91 Canada Cup because of Viktor Tikhonov. He's running the show here. We wondered about the short training camp and the complicated style of Russian play.
Well, it's a good question. Actually, this kind of World Cup is unusual for us, and used to be had like 2-month training camp and to play, get used to each other. This time only 2 weeks, and of course the players, like I said before, playing in the national hockey with different styles, and right now we got mixed European style and Russian style and North American style. I hope the players will recall those memories from the Russia, because everybody was taught how to play the Russian style of hockey. I mean, a lot of passing, a lot of great combinations and spectacular plays. So, and tonight I hope we'll play our Russian style of hockey, and which brings some excitement and which keep fans happy.
Well, there's no doubt about it. Igor Larionov is the quiet leader of this Russian team. He's been pretty quiet tonight, though. No points yet. Harry, we've seen 2 different games in the 2 periods here. In game 1 in the North American pool, 17-6 were the shots in the first in favor of Canada, 15-6 were the shots in the second in favor of Russia, and they got the only 2 goals to tie.
Canada has allowed a goal in each period in the first 2.5 minutes, and that's a tough way to start a period. Canada has to get back, play the way they played the last 10 minutes of the first period, and of course the Russians want to play the way they played for most of the second. So the team that wins this game is going to be the team that can get their act in order for the last 20 minutes.
We're going to find out. The 3rd period has started here in Vancouver. Score tied at 3. Canada coming in, hitting, and an injury right away. Malikov has been hit in the corner, and he's down. Now just getting up.
Big Primo on the forecheck. The second forechecker in. And as Malikov rolled the puck up past him on the board, Primo continued to make the hit. Here comes the puck to Malikov. He puts it up, and Primo continues, and just got a little bit of him. The noise might have hurt him. But this forechecking line of Shanahan, Lindros, and Primo are dreaded enemies of the defenseman. And there was a good example of why you better move the puck quick and get ready. Because if you don't, you're in trouble. Here are the hits we've calculated. You can see Canada's hits went down a little bit in period 2. Their chances to score went down, and their goals went down.
Russia getting the only 2 in the second period. Malikov and Fedorov. The marksman. McGillney centers one. That was close. Man open coming in. McGillney takes it again on a skate back to the net. Waits for a bit before trying to throw it in front. Forced to go to the boards. They'll catch him over there and get it out in a race for it. Lindros going in there against Gonchar. Gonchar. The latter winning the race, and in behind the play, a penalty has been called, and it's against Russia.
Kasparaitis on the back check hauled down Brendan Shanahan as Lindros was racing for the loose puck, and he negated what might have been a 2-on-1. Have a look at it here. You can see there's the trip right there. Lindros is going for the puck. Shanahan's trying to get in the rush and can't. So Canada gets an early power play here, and their power play has been a good chunk of their offense in the exhibition game, and they've scored one tonight with the man up.
Canada has a tough schedule. Don Cherry was mentioning earlier in our telecast tonight, Canada tomorrow morning will leave for Philadelphia to play the States, who are there waiting for Team Canada. So Team Canada starting this tournament against Russia, one of the big teams, and going all the way to Philadelphia to meet the United States, another of the big teams.
And that's one reason why this game is vitally important.
Shot by Coffey. Sacked quickly. He missed all. Gretzky to Coffey again. Shot in there. Knocked on. Score! Joe Sakic. Canada has the lead.
The Conn Smythe winner and member of the Stanley Cup champion Colorado Avalanche. 3 Canada forwards, only 2 Russian defenders, and number 20 Joe Sakic doesn't hesitate as he backhands it into an open net to give Canada a lead in less than the first minute of the third period.
You know, they were saying they'd like to get one early in this third period and get it rolling again. Well, they did get one early. 52 seconds. Joe Sakic. And Canada is in front again, 4-3. They're on the puck once more. Centering pass. Lemieux shot high. Just missed the top corner. Lemieux in there, hitting hard on Kovalev. Steals the puck. Kovalev got it back. Here comes Desjardins. Can't get there in time. Wrapped in from center ice again. Yuskevich for Russia. Steps up and then lifts a high one into the Canadian zone, and Desjardins back quickly. Stevens. Dumfus. Nobody open, so he just made sure the puck got out. Fetisov coming back in. That's knocked down by Stevens. Dumfus rolled it through the middle. A little bit too far for Trevor Linden. Chemnov leaving it for Fetisov. And they bring it out neatly. Seaman. Through the middle they go. Gretzky broke it up. Gave it away though. Gonchar ripped the shot. Big rebound. Off the goal post, and it stays out. Linden clearing it quickly and hit the net with it. Canada 4, Russia 3. They're forechecking again. Sakic just missed his man with that pass. Fleury. Brind'Amour. The other man on the line. Sakic around the net, doing great work up front. Fleury couldn't get a shot. Sakic is on it again. What a start he's had to this third period. Joe Sakic on the puck, turning away from 2 defenders, and had to give it up near the line. Dumped in wide of the net by Nicolishin. This is Niedermeyer, but they're on to him. He gets little room to move with it. Got back to break up a play. Mogilny, however, takes it. Takes a hit, too, in the corner. Shakes it off against Shanahan. Comes out with a shot. Stopped. Kasparaitis. Fedorov was open, but they couldn't get the puck to him. Yuskevich coming back fast. There's Big Lindros. Had it programmed all the way. Lindros is upended. The play goes right on. The fans wanted a penalty call. Lindros jumped behind the play. Coffey and put a lively third period we've got going now. The puck is shot in from center. Fedorov in to pick it up. That's an icing call against Canada. 19,056 to sell out their booing.
always waited to take me home. He still likes to watch the kids play. But now it's his turn to be given a life.
Bye, Mr. Richards.
Bye, Mr. Richards.
Tested and true.
This portion of the World Cup of Hockey on CBC is brought to you by Chevy Trucks. Chevy Trucks, like a rock.
Big Eric turns these fans on when he gets a beat on someone, and right here it's Dmitry Yushkevich taking the hit. And on the way back, they collide again, and that's what the fans were booing about, thinking Yushkevich should have got an interference call. Curtis Joseph gets off the hook here as one hits the right goal post and stays out.
Zach Hick giving Canada a 4-3 lead from Coffey and Gretzky on the power play. 52 seconds to start this third period. 4 minutes gone. Icing call against Russia.
Oh, Bob, you were talking about the game, the next game for Canada Saturday night in Philadelphia. Here's how the whole thing operates. In the first round, everybody plays each other once in their pool. And then the first place teams in both sides get a bye, and the second on the North American side plays the third on the Europe, and third in the Europe plays the second North American in a sudden death game. Then we have 2 more sudden death games, and then the final, 2 out of 3. Saturday, we're at the new Philadelphia Arena. First hockey game ever in the core state spectrum. The United States, a pretty good lineup. Maybe the best they've ever had in the Canada.
Canada leads Russia 4-3. Just past 4 minutes of play in the third period. Russia coming away with it. Up through center, Jitnik takes the line, wants to go all the way, but Coffey got enough on him to stop it. Messier left it there, back to the net. Scooped it on the boards in the corner. Jitnik was waiting for it. Sends it in deep again. Messier was waiting for that. To Lemieux. Hit his man, Fetisov. They bump. Hang on there for a while as the puck goes flying over the glass into the crowd.
Well, early in the third period, certainly the Canadian team looked like they're skating. You can't give up a speed advantage to this quick Russian team. Canada did it in the first period. Then they came on in the second and took over. They never could get her going in the second period. But so far here, in the first 4.5 minutes, Canada has been moving the legs, and Fetisov and Lemieux have a collision right here. And this third period starting off to be a beauty.
That play was offside of the blue line. A beautiful day here in Vancouver. 29 degrees Celsius. The weather is fantastic. I mentioned the sellout, 19,056. They tell me the tickets were all gone for sale for this game in a couple of hours.
So you like this West Coast weather, do you, Mr. Cole?
Love it.
Perfect day in Canada's most beautiful day. Nothing against St. John. Not gonna upset.
This is Linden coming down the boards hard with Gretzky. It is centered. Stevens. Sharp angle, so no shot at the net. Desjardins pitching in a bit to scoop it up the side of the goal, and Heavy Boulin grabbed it and held it.
Nikolai Haby-Bulin, who had a great second half and playoff for the Winnipeg Jets last year, 26 victories. He was a gold medal champion in 1992 in the World Junior Tournament, 204th overall in the 92 draft, and asked the Detroit Red Wings whether they think this guy is a pretty good goaltender. And Trefilov, who played in Calgary and now plays for Buffalo, is showing somebody on the bench how to fix his glove or start an outboard engine, one of the two.
Canada 4, Russia 3. Canada at one time had a 3-1 lead. Russia with 2 in the second tied it. Canada an early goal here in the third. It's Joe Sakic at 52 seconds. Yuskevich stepping in with a shot for Russia. Joseph on the short side, no problem. Kozlov hit. Stevens nailed him before he could go by. Canada will get the puck down the ice. That'll be an icing call coming up. Yuskevich back.
Kovalenko, or Goncher, sorry, on the bench here. Looks like they're trying to give his arm a shot as if his shoulder might be a little out of joint. Now, Goncher didn't score any goals, so not shaking hands, congratulating him. I don't think that's the Russian version of the way you congratulate a goal scorer.
Chitnik. And he played it to open ice. Fedorov tapped it away. Chinov stepping in, couldn't make a play. Russia keep it in though. Zhitnik fired one from the point. Fleury won't stop Kasparaitis. Fedorov tried to center it. Sakic prevented that. It's just out over the line. Brought in by Alexei Zhitnik and offside.
Well, the goaltending tandem so far, Curtis Joseph, who got the nod tonight, and you can see what a great goals against average you had in last year's World Championship, and Martin Brodeur. If there's a better goalie in the National Hockey League in the last 2 years, I don't know that you can say there is. He won the Calder Trophy. He was instrumental in winning the Stanley Cup. And last year, despite the fact that Jersey Devils didn't make the playoffs, he won 34 games and had a 2.34 goals against average.
4-3 Canada, and again they hold it on the boards with 13:32 remaining. And he had a great game against Russia in Calgary in that exhibition tie the other night.
Well, I mentioned he won the Calder Trophy in '94 as the Rookie of the Year. He was only the third goalie in the last 20 years to win that trophy as a rookie. Barrasso and Balfour, the other two. Barrasso right out of high school to win the Calder Trophy. Can you imagine?
Coffey will steal some time and go back a bit. Everybody comes back to join him. And they form up and move out. As far as center, and Messier brings it in. Jams on the brakes, waits for help, and foot slammed the shot too high. Coffey fired one. That came off his skate and just missed the far corner. Kozlov is moving up with Larionov. Kozlov gets set and had a stick lifted by Messier coming back. Goncher up again for Yuskevich, and he shot one in deep. Larionov bumped by Coffey. Played up on the boards and hopped away from Graves again all the way down the ice. And another icing call coming up against Canada with 12:41 to play in the third period. Canada by 1.
I dream I am awake, and nothing is beyond my wildest dreams. I dream of never having to say, would you like fries with that? I dream of excuses when I'm late, because even lies are part of the truth. I dream about a pot of gold, playing guitar, finding someone to share everything with, and diving headfirst into everything. Seems the dreams I have when I'm awake are the most interesting I can imagine. And I imagine.
You've been tried by the tide, you've been tested by rain. I'll take you at your word, 'cause you are what you claim. There's a story to be told, and it's all there in your name. Tried, tested, and true. I know that you'll always come through. Tried, tested, and true.
David Elston, the cartoonist for the Calgary Sun, a clever guy to say the least, had this little picture to indicate what happened to the Russian rocket. We all know that Pavel Bure bruised his kidney on this play right here. Leach hit him in a USA-Russia game in Detroit. Here he is watching practice the other day. Much to the dismay of the Vancouver Canuck fans. He won't be in the lineup. There's his brother without his shirt, Valerie Bure. And Pat Quinn was hoping that this would give Pavel a real head start to the season. But now he's out of the tournament, not with a bad knee, but with a bruised kidney.
Fedizov had to hurry back in his own zone to rescue the puck with Canada moving in. Kovalenko stopped by Primo. Russians get it out across center again. Stevens backing up. Lead pass. Lindros failed to knock that down. Kovalev turning. He's been strong for Russia in this game. Kasparaitis got it in. And Primo will try to move it back out. He does. Gets it up to Lindros. Shanahan is on the play. Here he is. Shanahan had the pass hit his skate. He's back of the goal trying to dump it out front. Kasparaitis hit him. And the puck was lifted to center. Stevens again shooting it back in. Canada changing as the play goes on. Jitnik. We're near the 9-minute mark of the third period. Canada 4. Russia 3. Pass up through center. Nemchinov shoots it in behind the net. Niedermeyer coming back quickly, but Fedorov was stopped from getting a shot. McGillney got the pass in. Nemchinov back for McGillney. Fedorov in front of the goal. Couldn't get it out to him. Here's a hard hit by Blake. Nailed Nemchinov pretty good. And he hit him again. Rob Blake clears the puck out and down the ice. Canada on it. Down Booth. Can't make the play in front of the net. Gonchar got back. 4-3 Canada. It's starting to open up again. Niedermeyer knocked it away. Messier's backhand pass. Stop near center. Graves giving chase. Lemieux played it back inside his home line, and now Messier can't reach it. Shot down the ice. Yushkevich, the first one back. Graves chasing him. Yushkevich made a pretty good move to get him ahead, but not out. Coffey kept it in. Oh, left hand by Fedizov on the Coffey, and nobody saw it. Russia moving it. Larionov, quick pass to Kozlov. Larionov can't make that pretty play. Coffey, a big defensive move, stopping the pass. Yushkevich shot, stop, rebound. Into the corner goes Russia pressing. Yushkevich again. Shot is blocked and the puck goes across center. Just past the 10-minute mark of the third. Canada leads 4-3. Russia coming on again. Janov coming in. Can't get a shot. Kovalev drives it off his stick. They're all over Canada right here. Janov back to the line. Kasparaitis tried to feed it back to him. Puck is still in there, but now they'll clear it, and they'll hang on this icing play. Russia really had it going.
Awesome, great hockey here at both ends of the rink. A real good shift by the Russian team there and some close calls. Canada involved big time. We worried about Rob Blake. He only played 6 games last year. He's coming from a long way back. This was the third of 3 big hits on the same shift, and he finally gets the puck out of the zone, and away Canada goes on a 3-on-1 rush, and Don Foose cannot get the puck to the man he wanted on a good play by Gonchar, and then Paul Coffey made a great defensive play on this cute passing situation as Larionov was all alone in front, but Coffey's diving poke check prevented the puck from getting to him.
That one was not dropped squarely. So once again, they'll line up to the left of Curtis Joseph.
Russia missing 2 defensemen in the dressing room, Zubov and Malikov. I don't know what happened to Zubov, but remember Malikov, he was tattooed in there early in this period and has not returned.
Canada trying to get organized again, and Fleury will do it for him. Brings it in. Fleury all the way around the net, comes out with the pass. The shot. It missed the goal. Stevens shot. It's off the stick. Very high in the building. Up behind Nikolai Habibulin. With 9 minutes remaining in the third, it remains a 4-3 Canada lead.
I dream I am awake, and nothing is beyond my wildest dreams. I dream of never having to say, would you like fries with that? I dream of excuses when I'm late, because even lies are part of the truth. I dream about a pot of gold, playing guitar, finding someone to share everything with, and diving headfirst into everything. Seems the dreams I have when I'm awake are the most interesting I can imagine. And I imagine.
Hey, Coach. Yeah? I can't get my helmet on.
From the land of sunshine comes the greatest long shot in Olympic history. John Candy.
Oh, goody.
Cool Runnings, September 15th.
Every weekend, there is one newscast that can take you to places around the world. The places you want to know about. Sunday Report with Wendy Mesley on CBC Television.
One of the attractions of the Canada Cups and now the World Cups is that the type of play is a little different because of the great skill level in all these teams. We haven't seen nearly as many shoot-ins and attempted retrieves. We've seen more and better passes. There's been a great pace. We haven't noticed the neutral zone trap. We've seen some good one-on-one offensive battles. When you add up all those things, no wonder Canadians love the Canada Cup, and they'll love the World Cup just as much.
That's Primo digging the puck off the boards, and a great battle back of the net with Gonchar. Desjardins shot it into him. Couldn't knock it down. Now he has it. Fedorov trying to stop him. Took the puck away from Primo. McGillney moving back to help, and they freeze it in on the boards. And the face-off will be inside of the Russia line. We are back in Vancouver. This is game 1 of the North American pool in the World Cup of Hockey. Canada and Russia. It's been a close one from the start. Russia got the lead. Canada took the lead. Russia came back to tie. And then Canada, a goal here early in the third by Joe Sakic. Put up a 4-3 score. That's there now. And we have 8:30 left in the third period. Here we go. Sakic on the ice again. Fleury, Brindamore. Sakic won the draw. Fleury chasing the puck. Now Brindamore is after his man, Kozlov. Shakes loose from him. Can't get by Sakic, no. Habibulin stepping out of the net. Flipping one on the glass. There's Sakic again. Sakic picks it in there for Brindamore. He's tough to beat along the board. Brindamore and Sakic, they get it in front. And Larionov scoops away. Over center.